ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Devon Brown here, and today I want to talk to you about what makes people buy, right? What actually makes somebody pull out their credit card and say, "Here, take my money"? What is it that makes them actually make a buying decision? And truth be told, it comes down to one word, and I'll tell you what that one word is in just a second. But first, let me tell you what kind of inspired me to do this video. I was not too long ago speaking to a friend of mine, and she is trying to start up her coaching company, her coaching business. And she said something to me, and she said, "Devon, the people that I'm talking to are all broke. They don't have any money," right? That's the biggest objection she's getting. And she says, "I'm talking to people, Devon, and they're all broke. They don't have any money." So I was like, well, it's probably not true, but my guess is that you just haven't done this one thing, this one word that makes people buy. And so what happened was, like a week or two after we'd had this conversation, we're talking again, and she's pissed. She's like, "I'm so pissed, Devon." I'm like, "Well, why are you pissed?" And she's like, "This person who I spoke to last week or the week before told me they were broke and they didn't have any money. They just spent $3,000 on this other program." I said, "Oh, so they did have money." She's like, yeah, they did have money." I'm like, so it wasn't that you were talking to broke people. But what had happened was, and so they say, see what had happened was, what had happened was that when you were talking to them, the reason you couldn't close the sale, the reason they didn't want to whip out their purse or their wallet and give you money was because you didn't do the one word. And that one word is value. And what I mean by value is that when somebody sees the amount of value that they're going to get from something is greater, when somebody feels, I should say, that the amount of value they're going to get from something is greater than the amount of money, then the scale, you got to imagine this is a scale, right? And this is the amount of money they have to part with, and this is the amount of value that they're going to get from the thing. And by default, the scale is like this, where the amount of money was up here, right? And the value is down here. And what you've got to do is you've got to create enough value so that it's greater than the amount of money that they're spending, so that they feel it's greater than the amount of money they're spending. And when that happens, they will whip out their credit card and actually spend the money with you. Okay? Whatever's over here has got to be worth more than whatever dollar amount you're charging for it. Let me give you an example. Right? I am not in the market for a new car right now. All right? I'm not. I don't have any desire to buy a new car. Like, knock on wood that my car stays cool. All right? I'm not. Right? I have no desire to go out and buy a new car. I could, but I don't want to. It's not anywhere close to the top of my list. However, if somebody comes up to me, so somebody says, "Devon, this is brand new BMW," right? It's like, okay, I don't care. That's not even really my kind of car. It's not even my jam. Well, the car normally sells for $50,000, and right now, you can get it for $40,000. I don't want it. I don't care. That's a great deal. High five. Awesome sauce. Really don't care, right? The amount of money I have to spend is up here, and the value for whatever the heck it is I'm buying is down here, even though that's a great deal. If somebody then came along and said, "Hey, Devon, you can get that same brand new BMW for $5,000, whoop! I'm not in the market for a new car, but you bet your ass I'm going to part with the $5,000 and buy a brand new BMW, right? Because the value so far outweighed the amount of money that I had to spend. And so your job is to make it so that your product or service exceeds in value is greater than the amount of money that they have to spend. You see, I tell the story all the time. A lot of you guys know that I used to struggle with my weight, right? And the reason I'm mentioning this is because what I'm getting at is I'm getting at the way you make the value really high. The way you make the value really high is by understanding your target market and understanding exactly what they want and what makes them tick. So I bring up the weight thing. I used to struggle with my weight, and what I would buy all the time were courses that spoke specifically to me. So if there was a course on how to get fit, I wouldn't buy it, right? Money, value. If it was a course on how to get lean and ripped, money, value. If it was a course on how to gain weight, how to put on, 30 pounds of mass in the next couple of weeks, money, value. Because it was speaking to me exactly. It was speaking exactly to me and my wants and my needs and my desires. So assuming you can't do something like the crazy brand new BMW for $5,000 example, which probably you can't, the way you do it is by understanding who your target market is and what it is that they want and what it is that they need, right? Because if you can do that and you can speak to their wants and their needs and their deepest desires, and if you can speak to the benefit of them getting the thing, right? If you say, hey, if you buy this, here's the benefit of the benefit. So let me give you an example of what I mean by that. I was talking to a woman, and this video is going longer than I wanted it to, by the way, but I'm just kind of in the zone, and I hope you're getting some value from this. And this is the last, and I'll leave with this example. I'll leave you with this final example. I was speaking to a woman one time who was trying to sell her weight loss course, right? And we were trying to get to the benefit of the benefit, right? And what happened was, as we were talking, and the reason we were trying to get to the benefit of the benefit was so that we could raise the value, right? So that women would want to pay money for this course, right? So we could make the value more than women are paying. And so one of the things that we got to was we said, hey, what happens if you take this course and you apply it and you lose the weight? Well, you feel better about yourself. Okay, that's great. And that's worth something, right? That raises the value a little bit. And what happens if you feel better about yourself? Well, I have more confidence, right? Okay, that's great. That raises the value a little bit. And what else happens? And we came up with, how would the opposite sex look at you? And what we came to realize about our target market was that one of the things that they secretly wanted deep down was that when they go out with their girlfriends and something, they never get hit on. They never get approached by men. And one of their deep down desires was for men to find them attractive, if they were single, right? Or if they were in a relationship, for their husband to say, oh my God, damn babe, you look good. And so that was the benefit of the benefit. And so we stopped talking in terms of just buy this course and lose weight. And we started talking in terms of these benefits of benefits. And one of the benefits was, imagine what it would feel like to get the attention you want from the man of your dreams. Imagine how it's going to feel when he looks at you and he's enamored with the way that you look. And that, when we came to that, and when I said that, she actually started crying because that was similar to her story, because that's what had happened. And so I hope this makes sense. And all of a sudden, that one little saying that one little thing, shot the value up and made it worth $1 gazillion, right? Made somebody want to part with $500 or $1,000 because we got to their core. So I hope this makes sense. Buying is all a matter of making the value, the perceived value, all right, exceed the amount of money they pay. You got to figure out how to do that. Hopefully I've given you a few tips. That's all I got. Hopefully, sorry this video was so long, but hopefully you got something out of it. Like it, comment on it if you found it helpful, share it, and see you later. Bye-bye.